Everything I lost taught me something. I couldn't have learned any other way. Yeah. Everything I lost taught me the weight of what I've taken. Everything I lost when the false security was shaken. Down to the foundation showed me what foundation actually means. Everything I lost removed the comfortable screens between the life I performed and what I actually needed. Everything I lost and the lesson that preceded. The next chapter was the hardest classroom I attended. Everything I lost and the smoke ascended. With the grief and the learning equally, I grieved every loss properly. I didn't rush past the pain. Everything I lost taught me something, and the teaching lives in the rain of the difficult years, not despite them. Oh, everything I lost taught me what I'm made of. Everything I lost revealed what I'm afraid of. And knowing the fear by name gave me power over it. Everything I lost, and I wouldn't trade the gift of what I learned. Everything I lost taught me who actually stayed. Everything I lost clarified who was afraid to stand beside a man in the years the man was down. Everything I lost and the ones who stuck around became the truest picture of the life worth building toward. Everything I lost and the smoke restored the perspective that the loss was threatening to destroy. Everything I lost and I found the deeper joy was never in the lost things anyway. Jah takes what belongs to the season and gives back what belongs to the life. Everything I lost and the weight of every strife was the curriculum of becoming who I needed to be for what was coming next. Everything I lost, including the years I spent in shame. Everything I lost, including the version of my name that required the approval on the platform and the look. Everything I lost and the life that I mistook for success was the prologue to the actual beginning. Everything I lost and the garden and the winning back on my own sense of what the living is about. Everything I lost burned away the doubts of who I actually am. Everything I lost taught me what I'm made of. Everything I lost revealed what I'm afraid of. And knowing the fear by name gave me power still standing in the storm. Still standing in the storm after the year that tried to end me. Still standing in the storm after everything that spent me. Down to the last reserve of what I had to give. Still standing in the storm, and I chose to live. Not because the living was easy or the path was clear. Still standing in the storm, and the smoke and the prayer of the evening was the only conversation I could find. Still standing in the storm, and I kept my mind. Barely, but I kept it. The storm didn't stop, it just became something. I learned to stand inside it. Still standing in the storm, and the smoke gave me the stillness to stay upright when nothing else could. Still standing in the storm, roots too deep to fall. Still standing in the storm, I answered every call the hard year put on me, and I answered with my feet. Still standing in the storm, and the standing is complete enough for today. Still standing in the storm when the money ran completely dry. Still standing in the storm when I stopped asking why and started asking how to get through what was in front of me. Still standing in the storm, and the God's sovereignty over my own medicine was the one thing I controlled. Still standing in the storm, and the seed I had sown gave back the peace the storm was trying to extract. Still standing in the storm, and the fact of the harvest saved me. The Rasta survives Babylon, not by avoiding the storm. Still standing in the storm, and the roots are the form of resistance that the earth built into every living thing. Still standing in the storm is the most honest offering I have right now. Still standing in the storm, and I'm not the same man. Still standing in the storm, and I finally understand that surviving changes you in ways that comfort never would. Still standing in the storm, and the wood I made approved itself, not in the easy years, but the still standing in the storm. And the trees that survive the worst weather grow the deepest roots of ours. Standing in the storm, and I haven't taken a single fall. I'm proud of. Standing in the storm, still standing in the storm. Roots too deep to fall. Still standing in the storm, I answered every call a hard year put on me, and I answered with my feet. Still standing in the storm, and the standing is complete enough for today. Still standing in the storm, still standing in the storm. Yeah, still here, still standing. The storm can't take what the roots already hold. That year, you know which one? The year that tried everything, the year that didn't break me. Yeah. The year that didn't break me, tried everything it had. The year that didn't break me, took the good and took the bad. Version of my confidence and tested both against the wall. Watch me stumble and watch me fall. Yeah. To one knee before I found the muscle to stand back up. The year that didn't break me, emptied every cup I thought I had, and then I found reserves I didn't know existed. The year that didn't break me, and I resisted everything but the truth. I won't pretend it was easy. It was the hardest year I've known. The year that didn't break me, and the seeds I had sown in better years kept feeding me through the worst of it all. The year that didn't break me made me something different. The year that didn't break me, and the most significant thing about surviving it is knowing now I can. The year that didn't break me, and I'm a different man than when it started. The year that didn't break me tested everyone beside me. The year that didn't break me clarified who would stay to guide me, and who the difficulty removed from the necessary circle. The year that didn't break me, and the vertical drop of everything familiar was the education. The year that didn't break me, and the foundation I discovered underneath the life I thought I had. The year that didn't break me, and the bad year built something permanent. The herb was one of the few things that showed up every night. The year that didn't break me, and the low light of the grow room was the steadiest thing in an unsteady year. The year that didn't break me is the year I talk about least. The year that didn't break me, and the beast of the difficulty was the sculptor of the version I became. The year that didn't break me, and the same name I carry now holds more weight than it did before. The year that didn't break me opened every door that the comfortable years had kept conveniently closed. The year that didn't break me, and the most honest version of myself emerged from it. The year that didn't break me made me something different. The year that didn't break me, and the most significant thing about surviving it is knowing now I can. The year that didn't break me, and I'm a different man than when it started. The year that didn't break me, yeah, that year. The year that didn't break me made me this version right here. I'm not where I was. That's the whole testimony. I'm not where I was, and the distance between then and now is everything. Yeah, I'm not where I was when the year tried to define me. I'm not where I was, and the evidence behind me is the accumulated daily choice to keep on moving forward. I'm not where I was, and the reward isn't anything I can hold except this knowledge in my chest. I'm not where I was, and all the rest of the proving and the showing it to others matters less. I'm not where I was, and the progress is its own kind of sacred. I don't need the applause or the recognition of the crowd. I'm not where I was, and the evidence is in the body and the mind and the morning. I'm not where I was, and where I'm going looks was just escape. I'm not where I was, and the new shape of the relationship I have with the evening and the herb. I'm not where I was, and the superb clarity that comes from growing through instead of running past. I'm not where I was, and the contrast between the then and the now is the compass I consult. I'm not where I was, and the result of the years of the commitment shows up in small ways daily. The tree is not where it was after 10 growing seasons. I'm not where I was for the same reasons. The rain and the drought, the light and the dark, all of it made me not where I was. I'm not where I was, and I won't be here forever either. I'm not where I was, and a believer in the continuing and the becoming is this version of me now. I'm not where I was, and somehow the movement forward is the whole point and the whole practice. I'm not where I was, and the sacred acts of this daily growing into the next version of myself. I'm not where I was, and the shelf life of the old version expired. I'm not where I was, and where I'm going looks nothing like where I've been. I'm not where I was, and the distance traveled changes what I'm able to see. I'm not where I was, and that simple fact is enough for me tonight. I'm not where I was, yeah, not even close. I'm not where I was, and I'm grateful for every step that moved me. The comeback has no audience, nobody watching, nobody applauding, just me and the work and the garden. Yeah. The comeback has no audience, and that's the way I want it. The comeback has no audience, and I don't flaunt it, because the rebuilding is too personal for the public eye. The comeback has no audience, and I don't ask why. The ones who watch the falling aren't watching the return. The comeback has no audience, and I had to learn that the most important work is done when nobody is there. The comeback has no audience, and the care I give to the rebuilding is the whole point. I don't need the applause to know the work is real. The comeback has no audience, and the only proof I need is in the body that feels different than it did last year. The comeback has no audience, just the daily practice. The comeback has no audience, and the sacred acts of this rebuilding in the choir without the commentary. The comeback has no audience, and the testimony who I've become. The comeback has no audience in the four walls of the grow room. The comeback has no audience in the pre-dawn gloom of the morning when I'm up before the city makes its claims. The comeback has no audience, and the same garden that's all the lowest here is watching the return. The comeback has no audience, and the burn of the discipline required to rebuild from the ground. The comeback has no audience, but the sound of my own work keeps me honest. The greatest comebacks were built in the rooms nobody saw. The comeback has no audience, and the rooms were the most important rooms of all. And I like the evening smoke. The comeback has no audience after the day I broke. The record for my own best effort in the rebuild year. The comeback has no audience, and the sheer private satisfaction of the work is more than enough. The comeback has no audience, and the stuff of the legacy I'm building isn't for the crowd. The comeback has no audience, and I'm proud of every quiet day. The comeback has no audience, oh, just the daily practice. The comeback has no audience, and the sacred acts of this rebuilding in the quiet without the commentary. The comeback has no audience, and the testimony is in who I've become. The comeback has no audience, just me and the work, yeah. No audience needed. The comeback is real. Hard road, soft landing, that was the deal. I just didn't know it when I started walking. Yeah, hard road, soft landing. Hard road, soft landing at the end of the difficult year. Hard road, soft landing, and the light finally clear. After the years I walked through terrain I couldn't read. Hard road, soft landing, and the planted seed of faith in the eventual arrival of the good. Hard road, soft landing, and I understood nothing about the road while I was on it except the step. Hard road, soft landing, and the kept promise of the earth that everything passes. The road asked everything I wasn't sure I had. Hard road, soft landing, and the hardest became the strongest, became the grateful, became this hard road. Built something in me nothing easy could have made. Soft landing, when I finally arrived, was worth every blade of the difficult grass I walked through without a map. Hard road, soft landing, and I never looked back at the easy path I didn't take. Hard road, soft landing, and the smoke on the hard nights. Hard road, soft landing, and the keeping of the lights on inside the chest when everything external went dark. Hard road, soft landing, and the small spark of the garden that I tended when I had nothing else to tend. Hard road, soft landing. the dirt. Hard road, soft landing. And the burden of the lesson was the fuel of the ancestors walk roads that made mine look like a path. Hard road, soft landing. And their strength is in my blood. When the road gets hard, I remember there are road to hard road, soft landing. And I finally understand hard road, soft landing wasn't in anyone's plan for me, except the plan that the earth itself designed. A hard road, soft landing. And the mind I carry now was built from what the hard road required. Hard road, soft landing. And the tired body arriving at the soft place was a different body than the one that started walking. Hard road changed me. Soft landing received me. Hard road built something in me nothing easy could have made. Soft landing. When I finally arrived was worth every blade of the difficult grass I walked through without a map. Hard road, soft landing. And I never look back at the easy path I didn't take. Hard road, soft landing. Yeah, yeah. The landing was worth it. Hard road, soft landing. Every step worth it. My lowest point was also my starting point. The same place. Yeah. The bottom was the foundation. My lowest point was also my starting point, and I know my lowest point was also my starting point, and the growth back up began exactly where the falling finally ended. My lowest point was also my starting point, and the mended version of myself was built on what the broken left behind. My lowest point was also my starting point, and I find that the depth of the descent determined the strength of the return. My lowest point was also my starting point, and I learned something new about that floor every year. I used to be ashamed of how low I actually went. My lowest point was also my starting point, and the shame was spent on the wrong target. The bottom was the most honest place I've ever stood. My lowest point was also my starting point, the same coordinates. My lowest point was also my starting point, and what that indicates is that the falling and the rising were the same single act. My lowest point was also my starting point, and I never look back the same way after. My lowest point was also my starting point when the smoke. My lowest point was also my lowest point was also my starting point, and the spoke of the wheel that turned my life back toward the day. My lowest point was also my starting point, and the way the garden found me in the lowest of the low years. My lowest point was also my starting point to the tears of the man who didn't know the floor was the foundation. My lowest point was also my starting point, and the nation I built from there is solid. lowest point was also my starting point. And the purpose of the falling was the clearing of the ground for what was coming. My lowest point was also my starting point. And I tell this to the ones I meet who think the bottom is the finish line of the story and the ending of the possible. My lowest point was also my starting point. When the logical conclusion is the opposite of what it felt like there. My lowest point was also my starting point. And the prayer I prayed from the floor was answered by the garden and the grove. My lowest point was also my starting point. And I know this to be the truest thing I've learned. My lowest point was also my starting point. The same 14 days. My lowest point was also my starting point. And what that indicates is that the falling and the rising were the same single act. My lowest point was also my starting point. And I never look back the same way after. My lowest point was also my starting point. Yeah, the same place, the foundation and the beginning. Slow progress is still progress. The plan taught me this, yeah. Slow progress is still progress. Slow progress is still progress in the garden and in life. Slow progress is still progress through the ordinary strife of the day that moved an inch instead of the mile the calendar demanded. Slow progress is still progress, and I've landed on the understanding that the inch and the mile both count. Slow progress is still progress, and the amount of the forward doesn't determine if forward is real. Slow progress is still progress, and I feel the inch as much as the mile. The world rewards the sudden and the large. Slow progress is still progress, and the small consistent charge of the daily and the kept commitment is the actual engine of the life that lasts. Slow progress is still progress. The plan confirmed it in 40 days. Slow progress is still progress, and the unhurried ways of the growing and the daily small commitment add up to the harvest. Slow progress is still progress, and the garden showed me this first before I believed it about myself. Slow progress is still progress when the comparison is loud. Slow progress is still progress through the noise of the crowd. Moving faster in a direction I decided wasn't mine. Slow progress is still progress, and the line between my pace and their pace is not a competition. Slow progress is still progress, and the decision to move at the speed that's actually sustainable. Slow progress is still progress, and the maintainable is what eventually arrives. The tortoise understood what the race forgot. Slow progress is still progress, and the culture taught us to mistake velocity for value. Slow progress is still progress, and the garden knows the difference. Slow progress is still is in every harvest that the patient grower. Slow progress, still progress and learn. Man moves at the pace of truth. Slow progress is still progress. The plan confirmed it in 40 days. Slow progress is still progress. And the unhurried ways of the growing and the daily small commitment add up to the harvest. Slow progress is still progress. And the garden showed me this first before I believed it about myself. Slow progress is still progress. Yeah, the inch count. Slow progress is still progress. Keep moving, even slow. Good people get their season. It may not come fast. Good people get their season, but it comes. Yeah, it always comes. Good people get their season even when the season's late. Good people get their season even when the waiting's great. And the ones who didn't deserve it seem to get it first. Good people get their season, and the worst of the patience is the watching someone else receive what you've been working for. Good people get their season, and I believe the earth keeps accurate accounts. I've watched the dishonest win in the short term. Good people get their season, and the long term has a different ledger than the visible one. Jack keeps the real books. Good people get their season. The earth doesn't forget. Good people get their season, and the harvest isn't yet. Doesn't mean the harvest isn't coming. The seed is in the ground. Good people get their season, and eventually the sound of arrival comes. Good people get their season, and I've watched this be true. Good people get their season through the years that grew. The evidence that virtue accumulates without announcement. Good people get their season, and the pronouncement comes in the form of the life that quietly builds toward meaning. Good people get their season, and the leaning into the long game is the whole philosophy. Good people get their season, and I see the harvest of the patient in every life I admire. The garden doesn't lie about the patience. See, good people get their season, and the good I do may not return to me by name, but it returns in the kind of life I'm building. Good people get their season, and I tell this to the ones. Good people get their season to the daughters and the sons of everyone who work without the recognition they deserve. Good people get their season, and the third time of the overlooked is building something permanent. Good people get their season, and the meant well, and the done right accumulate in ways the eye can't track. Good people get their season, and I'm giving myself that back today. Good people get their season. The earth doesn't forget. Good eventually the sound of a rival comes. Good people get their season, yeah. It comes, keep going. Good people get their season, always. Now watch them longing to see the ones who stayed humble one, yeah. The ones who stayed humble one. Yeah. The ones who stayed humble one. The ones who stayed humble one in the long accounting. The ones who stayed humble one without the mounting of the performance and the personal band and the sea. The ones who stayed humble one in between the noise of the ones who needed to announce their every move. The ones who stayed humble one and the groove they settled into was the life worth living actually. The ones who stayed humble one and tactfully built something permanent. Humility isn't weakness, I learned this late. The ones who stayed humble one and the weight they carried quietly was lighter than the ego I was dragging. The ones who stayed humble built what the arrogant only talked about. The ones who stayed humble never needed to shout to be heard by the people who mattered in the end. The ones who stayed humble one, and I intend to stay among them. The ones who stayed humble one when the crisis came. The ones who stayed humble one because their name didn't depend on its performance and the image and the claim. The ones who stayed humble one and the same garden that they tended quietly for years. The ones who stayed humble one through all the tears of the overlooked and the unrecognized and the passed over. The ones who stayed humble one when it was over and the accounts were settled. The smoke teaches humility every season. The ones who stayed humble one for exactly this reason. The plant is always more than the grower. The harvest is always the earth. The ones who stayed humble one by knowing their worth was in the tending, not the claiming. The ones who stayed humble one, and I'm still learning. The ones who stayed humble one, and the burning away of the ego is the work of more than a single year. The ones who stayed humble one, and I hear their testimony in the lives that quietly accumulated. The ones who stayed humble one, and what was created without announcement is the most solid of all things. The ones who stayed humble one, and what that brings is a life that holds its own weight. The ones who stayed humble built what the arrogant only talked about. The ones who stayed humble never needed to shout to be heard by the people who mattered in the end. The ones who stayed